Good evening and welcome to Midnight Movie Club. In tonight's video we have some really cool news to have a wee chat about. So I seen this over on Body Disgusting, but Deadline is reporting that Paul W.S. Anderson is on board to executive produce the upcoming Mimic television series. Mimic is something I've never thought about being a series, but the more I think about it, the more I could see it working pretty well if handled correctly. Now, before I seen this piece of news, I never knew that a Mimic TV series was happening, but now that I know that it is, I'm pretty hyped for it. I feel like it could be similar to The Strain, which is probably no surprise as Mimic was Guillermo del Toro's second feature film, and he later went on to co-write the Strain novels and the subsequent TV series. I can't help but think Mimic and the short story Mimic was based on was some sort of inspiration for that. But Deadline also says that Anderson has agreed to direct the pilot episode of the series, but that seems to be all. He might just produce after that, or only do the odd episode here or there. I just hope we don't see any over-the-top slow-mo action fight sequences in the pilot with lead characters scissor-kicking cockroaches in the face. Although, now that I say it out loud, it doesn't sound too bad. Nah, it does. Sorry, Resident Evil 1 and 2 are kinda guilty pleasures for me. But we do know Anderson can do some really kick-ass horror, obviously with Event Horizon. Hopefully he can channel some of that horror weirdness into the Mimic series, as there is talk that the series will ramp up the body horror aspect of the franchise. So the series is being set up by Miramax Television, and Jim Danger Gray, who wrote for Orange is the New Black and Hannibal, is on board to write, executive produce and serve as the showrunner. Showrunner is a pretty big deal when it comes to a series, so I hope he's good. I've never seen Hannibal or Orange is the New Black, but they do seem to be pretty successful, so here's hoping he can do the same with Mimic. So if you didn't know already, Mimic revolves around genetically engineered insects that develop the ability to mimic their human prey. Thus, the race to stop them from taking over the world begins. Gray said in a statement that Mimic explores on its surface the idea of insects taking over, body horror, the anxiety of a bug living inside of us, the death of truth, the denial of science, and the rise of personal entitlement are at the heart of our show, as it examines how society is eaten alive by an invasion that is laying bare its greatest insecurities and failures. So take from that what you will. You had me at insects taking over the world, to be honest. I don't mind as much for all the humanities insecurity stuff, but I suppose it's nice added fluff. I loved the first Mimic film and I've always wanted an excuse to talk about it more here on the channel, so I'm happy to be reporting this. If you want more Mimic content, I could maybe review all of the films before the series starts. Just let me know in the comments if you'd like to see that. I've also got one lore video up on Mimic already. I done it way back when I was still pretty new to YouTube. I'll link it down below. Once the series is up and going, I will do a series review, so keep an eye out for that one, and for any more updates you will find them here on the channel. Anyway, for now, I hope you're all well and staying safe. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, and if you haven't already, subscribe to join the club. As always, thank you very much for watching, and good night.